Blog Talk Radio.
Still cramp and paralyze Babylon. That's how you antagonize Babylon. Still cramp and paralyze Babylon. Rise body man, it's no rise them. Okay, bullet no turn back. The one of them afraid that gunshot. Put up on rougher than the one of them way that come shot. Bullet no turn back. Police afraid that gunshot. Alright. They get to do their turn. Cop killer, that them the thriller. Shoot slave master from half of them pillar. Some rock stick on them use a lock down the scheme on the pillar. People don't come see ya. Pull up the bank and we burn no dirty nigga. Burn Babylon, them is a nasty dirty trigger. Instead of say I die, man, the mighty life liver. Every morning, salon to the beer down a river. Beer, I have been the jump prophecy fulfill ya. Babylon destroy, Rastafari, I build ya. You tabos them pistol barrel, a spin like windmill. Magazine, me wanna know that I repair ya. I saw me tell you, bullet no done back. Police afraid of gunshot. We talk for them, rope for them. The one of them way I come that. Bullet no done back. The one of them afraid of gunshot. Alright. God have mercy. Kill swamp and paralyze Babylon. Get a youth to antagonize Babylon. Kill swamp and paralyze. You see Babylon, them have the dead part.
Yo, what's good? It's another day in Black America Radio with your man Rasta B. Yeah, that sounds good in the background. What's your name, Cole?
What's good, bro?
Shit, man, just introducing ourselves, you know what I'm saying? We got Smoke here on the line.
Back for another week. Yeah, we got some nice topics ahead.
That's right, man, that's right. We got a real nice topic, man. It's called, are you black and revolutionary minded but scared of the white race? That's what it is, you know what I'm saying? So y'all call in at 646-716-4654, and let's get this thing popping. So that's what it's about, man. Yeah, basically just to explain what it's about. Yeah, just to explain what it's all about, the topic and the title and why it's titled like that is because a lot of times when I listen to a lot of so-called black revolutionary, you know what I'm saying, let's take it to the white man rhetoric, it's always that mixed in with how powerful and great the white man is. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is when you hear somebody say, oh, y'all want to get the economy, but that white man going to come and take it. Okay, well, shit. Well, what about if I just work and save my money? Save your money? Don't you know the white man own the bank? I was like, oh, shit, all right. Well, what if I just have my kids go to school and educate themselves, you know what I'm saying? That way they can compete on the world stage. Man, the white man owns the schools. What they teaching? So I was like, damn, you know. Well, what about my house? At least I own property, right? Man, that white man will take that shit. So then after a while, it's like, well, then shit, we powerless? We ain't got shit? Like, how do we fight this white system if every option, every strategy, every decision that I make is another way the white man could defeat me? And then it's like the only way it works is if I'm broke or in jail or dead. You see what I'm saying? So that's pretty much why I say that. You niggas are scared. So it's like they know that if you fight, damn. Anyway, we'll get into that real quick.
We got to start implementing solutions, man, to the problems, man.
Yeah, but not even solutions. We have to. I guess I hear what you're saying, but I'm still trying to understand, are black people still caught up into this narrative that this white man have power over you? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I grew up with this with my eyes open. I'm 35. So I remember being a teenager. I remember being like 12, 13. telling my sister, yo, when I get older, I'm going to start a movement called the KYT movement. So she was like, KYT, what that mean? So I said, kill Whitey. So she like, how the hell does that kill Whitey? So I'm like, K is for kill and YT. That's correct. So, and I was a kid. I'm like 12, 13, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I really believe that the white man had his foot on our necks in the early 90s. And it was tough, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I believe that. I'm looking, I'm learning, I'm checking it out. We at the protest for apartheid. You know what I'm saying? I'm in Harlem when Mandela came to Harlem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm there as a child. You know what I'm saying? My mother had us involved in all of that stuff. We at the rallies and stuff as children. So anytime you see those children, you know what I'm saying? That's how I was. So it's like when I get older and I'm hearing the same people, I'm hearing people, new people now say the same old shit. I'm like, yo, what is that? How we didn't grow up and realize that mentality and ideology don't work. So, you know, it's just weird, you know?
Yeah, see, what I was going to say is, like, we got to start creating solutions. Like, you know, for example, I watch Tariq Nasheed a lot. You know what I mean? I watch his, you know, his live streams. I catch him on the YouTube or whatever. And, well, just to back up a little bit, you know, being, you know, now that we're on Facebook, you know, I never had Facebook. So, you know, that I'm on it and, you know, I'm going through different people's pages and things like that, you always see the complaints of.
Well, what you mean? What you mean Facebook? What Facebook you talking about?
Well, I'm talking about the Facebook, our site Facebook, in black /
No, I'm
black.
saying. Yeah, shout it out. Shout it out.
Boom, boom, boom. But no, you know, what I was gonna say is, like, you know, just going through Facebook and you see a lot of complaints about you know, Black Power pages getting shut down. You know, people who are out there, you know, giving a message. You know, you see that, you know, Facebook as a company is coming and shutting those profiles down, while you see numerous white supremacist groups allowed to, you know, pretty much post freely whatever they want. So, you know, listening to Tariq Nasheed, he like frequently, you know, recently he's been talking about it on every show about, you know, what can we do about that? Because I know he himself, his page has been shut down, you know, according to him, you know, quite a few times. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, I'm checking him, and, you know, now he's starting his own social media network. You know what I mean? A network that's, you know, catered to us, where we're able to post freely.
Talk our shit and don't gotta worry about being censored.
Right. And so you're talking about, you know, creating a solution. So, I mean, you have the so-called big bad white man here shutting down our pages. You know, you had what was the sister name? The Empress segment. She got locked up for what she was posting on her page and so forth. And so, you know, they're black people can't speak freely on that. And so you have like a mind like Tariq Nasheed and, you know, whomever he's working with, you know, creating a social media network for us, and it's called More Us, MOORUS. They have the website up, moor.us.com, and then they got like an Indiegogo donation on there. You can you know, go in and support or whatever. But, you know, that's basically like what we need, you know, the mind frame that we need to be into. Identify the problem, create a solution. But then, why we're not doing it probably ties back into the title of the, you know, of the show.
Yeah, and that's to me is what sums it all up. That we just scared of that damn white dude. Because the reason why I see that too, because I hear a lot of people say that I didn't open my eyes until 9/11. Well, that's what, 15 years ago?
Close to.
That's about 15 years ago, right? So it's like, yeah, so it's like, I mean, you basically 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, so I can understand where all of that is, I guess, I'm trying to say. But it's like, yeah, this dude ain't got no power. You know what I'm saying? This dude ain't got no power. And the funny thing about this dude not having no power, I'm going to talk about this sister, 10 years old, and she a 10-year-old designer. They said she was being bullied for her size, and the sister name is Ify. Hold on. Yeah, 'cause I was hearing noise in the background. After being bullied for her size, Ify Ufele, so maybe she's Nigerian, created her own line of clothing, including plus-size outfits at age 10. She rocked the runway at New York Fashion Week, and, yeah, she doing her shit. So she getting bullied, in turn, her getting bullied for her weight into creating a fashion line for herself. And she's on the New York Fashion Week getting publicity and could be dressing other children who's overweight.
Yeah, she turned a negative into a positive.
Into a positive. You see what I'm saying? 10 years old. 10 years old.
That's what's
so
up.
It's like, so what's your excuse, black man out there complaining that somebody keeping you down? Or what's your excuse, black woman out there complaining that somebody's keeping you down when this 10-year-old? So think about that. This 10-year-old. And if you have a 10-year-old, why are you not trying to direct your child into a position of power and not in a position of just sitting around not doing nothing?
Yeah, I mean, that also shows that it's never too, it's not early. It's never early, enough. I'm not even saying it correctly, but you know what I mean. You could always, you 10 years old, she's doing that. So that means you could be teaching your kids when they 3, 4, 5 years old, getting them into the, a certain mind frame that you want to cultivate. At 10 years old, they're doing things like that. Imagine when they're 20, 30 years old, you know what I mean? And that's the type of generation that we need to upbring. We need to put ourselves in that mind frame that we can pass along to that next generation so they can be the beginning of generations to come that can build nations. But, we got to start within us and, save the children, man. Shout out to that sister, 10 years old.
You know what I'm saying? Shit, do your thing. And y'all support. So here's another story that's very interesting. And this is something that the black community have to know. So you have to pay attention to this out of anything I say. Hate groups, domestic extremists grew significantly in 2015. So they go, according to a new report from the Southern Poverty Law Center, 2015, they have been the most volatile year the United States have seen since 1968. So they'll let you know what climate we live in. Last year was an incredibly dramatic year, marked by very high levels of political violence, genuine growth of hate groups, and the level of hate speech in mainstream politics that we have not seen in decades. According to new reports, the number of hate groups in the U.S. jumped 14% last year, from 784 in 2014 to 892 in 2015. The Alabama-based civil rights nonprofit track hate groups and extremists in U.S., updating its tally of the organization annually. They said this is how, so they go, news that, so they said the Southern Poverty, the SPLC defines hate groups as organizations that demonize and malign entire groups of human beings based on their class characteristics. Let me repeat that again. I know that's a little rough. Hold on. That demonize and malign entire groups of human beings based on their class characteristics. All white people are blue-eyed devils. All blacks are criminals. That kind of thing, he said. Let me repeat again what is classified as a hate group. All white people are blue-eyed devils. All black people are criminals. That kind of thing. Okay? The SPLC classifications of hate groups is not based on criminality or violence. Let me repeat that. The SPLC's classification of hate groups is not based on criminality or violence, but on platform statements usually displayed on a group's website or articulated in speeches or writings by a group's leader. So that goes back into what you were saying earlier, Smoke, about why these black sites are getting shut down. It's the SPLC, the Southern Poverty Law Center. So that's where black people have to go. You're not supposed to go to the government, black people. You're supposed to go to the Southern Poverty Law Center and complain to them. How the hell can you say that you can label somebody a hate group, not so they don't have to commit no crimes? You could be a law-abiding citizen and never commit violence. You will be labeled a hate group. Pay attention, black people. These rules are tweaked just for you.
Yeah, easy way to nab you up, especially when you speak in just all crazy. But you know how it goes. Gotta pay attention.
Oh, and pay attention to this. They go. While neo-Nazis, white nationalists, skinheads, and other factions of the white supremacy movement actually saw a slight decline last year, the SPLC found that anti-government patriot groups, black separatist organizations, and Ku Klux Klan chapters all multiplied in conjunction with some of the year's biggest news stories. Between 2014 and 2015, the number of active Klan chapters in the U.S. grew from 72 to 190. Let me read that again. Between 2014 and 2015, between 2014 and 2015, okay, the number of of active Klan chapters in the U.S. grew from 72 to 190, almost 200 in the span of 2014 and 2015.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
They on it. They are on it.
This is crazy. Because now watch this. The anti-government patrol groups also grew over last year from 874 to 998. So that's not even no big jump. That's a group. The Ku Klux Klan, 72 chapters, grew to 190 chapters.
So you said this, if I thought I heard you correctly, you said the jumps in the numbers coincided with like some of the biggest stories of the year. Is that what you said?
Oh no. They just said all of the white people pretty much stopped going to the being neo-Nazis and white nationalists and skinheads. They dropped. But the Ku Klux Klan obviously is still popping out here in these streets. So that's what they're doing. The Patriot groups.
In the front.
Yeah, see, the Klan ain't nothing but the young white boys, and the Patriot groups is the older Klan niggas. That's like, I'm too old to be wearing the suit and all that shit. So we're just gonna go out here and do the Patriot game.
Switch it up.
Switch it up on their ass and shit, you know what I'm saying?
The grown man version of the Klan.
Now watch this. So now we're gonna get into. Last year was also marked by a significant rise in the number of black separatist hate groups. And remember, black separatist hate groups does not mean you commit crime or you act violent, and you are still considered a hate group. Remember that. That's for anybody who want to be in some non-violent situation and want to ridicule somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, y'all all going to get the same charge. So they go, the group went from 113 in 2014 to 180 in 2015. So they ain't got the speed. Now, they try to be careful to clarify that these groups, such as the Black Hebrew Israelites, the New Black Panther Party, and the Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ, are very definitely not Black Lives Matter or the other Black Panther Party. So they're saying the Black Hebrew Israelites are a hate group. The New Black Panther Party is a hate group. The Israelite Church of God in Jesus Christ are a hate group. They're saying that even though Black Lives Matter is part of the hate group, and the old Black Panther Party is part of the hate group, they're not linked in like the Black Hebrew Israelites and the New Black Panthers. They just, this shit is weird. So that's how that one goes. So yeah, black people. So you can't now, duck around what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Shit. They done changed the rules.
Yeah, you see it. Another something I really want to touch on somewhat was the Beyonce halftime performance. And we've heard all the stories about it. I mean, all the criticism and so forth. You've seen it, whatever. But a recent story was the Miami Fraternal Order of Police. They are wanting to boycott, or actually they voted to boycott. 1,100 officers voted to boycott the April 26th concert of, I guess it's the Formation concert at Beyonce at Marlins Stadium. So now you have police wanting to say, you know, they're not going to do their civic duty by protecting the people like they are supposed to protect and serve because Beyonce. So I was just drawing from the Rolling Stone article. I just read off. Let's see, Beyonce's Super Bowl 50 halftime performance drew both praise and criticism. One group that falls into the latter category is the Miami Fraternal Order Police, like you mentioned. As Miami New Times reports, the Miami Police Union president is calling for law enforcement officers to boycott the kickoff date of her Formation World Tour in April. The call for the boycott comes just days after a failed anti-Beyonce protest took place outside the NFL quarters in New York, where only 3 protesters showed up. So it was kind of like they got embarrassed, and then they wanted to, up the ante a little bit. And so we got Fraternal Order Police President Javier Ortiz said in a statement that he believes her Super Bowl performance divided Americans by promoting the Black Panthers, and her anti-police message shows how she does not support law enforcement. At the Super Bowl, Beyonce's dancers sported items associated with the Black Panther Party for self-defense, including afros, berets, and black leather. It also marked the 50th anniversary of the group. So, I mean, just by the description here of the Rolling Stones, I mean, we've all seen the performance and heard about it. I mean, she made a statement, but, it's not something like where she went all crazy and, incited a riot or some shit like that, you know what I mean? It's like, the
whole shit is, you're not supposed to incite the slaves. You see what I'm saying? You're not supposed to incite the slaves, Don't feed the animals. That's what happened. You know what I'm saying? But, the black woman is God, yo. The black woman is God. You see time and time again, when she stand up to this white man, he fall.
Yeah, so just to further along in the article, it says, while Ortiz stated he did not watch the halftime show out of respect for our profession, he did view Beyonce's Formation video and took issue with the scene where police appear in riot gear with their hands up while a boy dances in front of them with a hoodie. The clip references the Black Lives Matter movement, hands up, don't shoot, mantra that followed the death of Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri. Hands up, don't shoot, quote, was built on a lie, Ortiz wrote. He closed by paying homage.
These devils ain't shit,
So he closed by paying homage to police and calling for action beyond Miami. So now he's trying to promote it to all of the all the other states where she's gonna be at with the tour.
Hey guys, I'm not saying what you shouldn't do, but if I was you, I wouldn't go. I don't care if my wife get mad or not.
Right. And so pretty much there is just him closing out saying, I also salute the dozens of law enforcement officers that have been assassinated by the members of the Black Panthers. We all ask law enforcement and labor organizations to join our boycott across the country and to boycott all of her concerts.
Okay, go ahead and do that. Watch nobody do that boycott.
Well, what's funny about
that's called, you know what that's called? That's called, that's a little hard to do because that's called overtime. See, nobody thinking about that. They get paid for that shit. Fuck out of here. Yeah. They ain't doing this for the love of, but get out of here. You taking away my money? Nah, yo. Fuck out of here.
We all know, I'm
about to say, check this shit out. For all black people trying to wonder why y'all getting gunned the fuck down and shit like that, it's because mixed marriages are changing the way we think about our race. For all the talk about immigrants refusing to embrace American way, a defining controversy of the GOP presidential race, the evidence has been scant. The National Academy of Science deflated most of the myth in a definitive report last year. Today's immigrants are more educated and better English speakers than their predecessors, and they are far less likely to commit a crime compared to the native born. They are quickly becoming part of American communities. In fact, new immigrants may be assimilating a lot faster than we have ever thought. A new study this week from economist Brian Duncan of the University of Colorado and Stephen Trejo, some shit, of University of Texas, Austin, find that the descendants of immigrants from Latin America and Asian countries quickly cease to identify as Hispanic or Asian on government surveys. According to the authors, these are mostly children of interracial couples that aren't writing down their diverse heritage. Mixed marriages are increasingly common in America. They say about 26% of Hispanics marry a non-Hispanic these days. 28% of Asians marry non-Asians. To accommodate this trend, government surveys now allow you to check multiple boxes for the race and ethnicity. So it ain't just black women out here and black men out here. It's everybody mixing. So get out of here with that crap. And then they say, the report has two major consequences. First, it casts some doubt on the government predictions of future Hispanics and Asian populations. Famously, the Census Bureau has predicted that non-Hispanic whites will become outnumbered in America by as early as 2044. But as Pew has pointed out, these calculations don't take into account trends in how the children of mixed marriages report their own race. A fair fraction of people with Asian or Hispanic heritage actually consider themselves exclusively white. A fair fraction of people with hold on. Let me just get a little more further back. They say the Census Bureau has predicted that non-Hispanic whites, and I don't know if you ever noticed that, Smoke, that when you check on the census when they're talking, they always like to say non-Hispanic white now and non-Hispanic black. You see what I'm saying? Because why won't you just say white or black? Because they're trying to now separate the white, because they know that these other groups is coming in, checking themselves in as white. You see what I'm saying? Because they come from the Spain part of Europe, while we dealing with the Anglo-whites. Now, these are the Spaniards, the conquistadors, which just means conquerors. So, but it does say or black. You know what I'm saying? So, so second, the report may cause us to reconsider what we think we know about Hispanics and Asians. A lot of social science research relies on people to disclose their own racial and ethnic identities. If people who are part Asian or part Hispanic stop identifying that way, they, in a way, disappear from the statistics, and we think we know, what we think we know about Hispanics, for instance, may be wrong, because a lot of people with Hispanic heritage don't consider themselves Hispanic. Because Hispanic is a made-up term. That's why. Yeah, Hispanic is a made-up term. That's probably why people ain't accepting it. Hispanic and Latino are made-up terms. I think Latino was created in, like, maybe the 1970s or the 1980s or something like that by Ronald Reagan, just for the census. Because you got to understand, they're nothing but mixed people. That's it. They're just mixed.
No doubt.
They throw these labels, Hispanic and all these weird. They mix. That's why a lot of times it's like, yo, It's no different than looking at black people out here and you see us in America and it's like, oh, I know you got white in you. That's why you light skin like that, but that's why we say he black. Where over there, they try to ignore the color game. Where in America, we had the color game. So even when the Moors talk and stuff, I don't get that because I'm like, yo, if the color game is the color game and people understand the color game as what it is, build off that. You talking about nationality. They ran through everybody's nationality. So build off of what we have right now, and that's being black. You know what I'm saying? Because that's where you can go anywhere and say, yo, I'm black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
it's going to be understandable. You know what I mean? It's like, when you got the different nationalities, everybody ain't gonna want to be one nationality. They want to be something else because of whatever reason. That's just separatism. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, hold on. We got a caller.
All right.
314. We're about to log you in. Caller, your name and where you from?
It's Pianki calling from the Midwest.
Hey, what's going on, Tianki? Welcome to In Black America.
In the 2010 census, box number 6 says, what is the person's race? In Mark X, one or more boxes. It had white, it had black, African American, or Negro, of course, American Indian, Alaskan Native. Then it went on into Asian Indian, Chinese, Filipino, Japanese, Korean, Vietnamese, Native Hawaiian, Guatemalan, Samoan, other Pacific Islanders. It even left you with a box to name something that they probably had missed. So,
you said that was 2010 census?
Yeah, you have a census every 10 years. You're required by the Constitution. So that was what the designation that they had your person could choose on that particular census, the last census. Next one will be 4 years from now. And on your topic, are you black and revolutionary, which means you for change minded, but scared of the white race?
Yeah. But scared of the white race, yeah.
I would say the black male is scared of the white man, the white male.
Okay, elaborate.
Elaborate on it.
Well, they never challenge, they never compete against them other than sports. I'm talking about economically. They don't challenge them politically the way you would think they would.
So do you think that's because? Do you believe that's because that's just in that black man's nature, or do you think that's because, or can you understand that that's because he's playing your game instead of playing his own game?
You mean the black man's playing a white man game other than his own?
Yes.
Well, black men don't have no game here in the United States. I'm not talking about sports. I'm talking about when it comes down to.
No, I'm not talking about sports either. I'm speaking on economics. I'm speaking on politics and just standing up and creating an economy again.
They don't have. Blacks don't have no game when it comes down to economics. Now, in some places, they do have a political game. I have to give them that. But they don't have an economic game where you see them going heads up. And they don't go heads up against these other ethnic groups, the Arabs, and surely not the Asians. Because to go up against the Asians, you would have to do completely out-of-the-box type of things. And that would mean manufacturing and producing. To go up against Arabs, you would have to see Arabs are in your inner city. They control the gas marks, and they control. They they have a hold on a lot of retail stores, grocery stores and so forth, what we used to call confectionaries. And every now and then they do have like a larger supermarket, but they are not as solid as the Asians. And then you got the Indian Americans, who is controlling your accommodations like hotel. They're beginning to move into. They in a lot of that. I can't say they're beginning because they are in a lot of that. And they are also into some specialty shops like your specialty franchise. They used to be in Winchell Donuts. Now they into 7-Elevens. So they target things too.
So you think that the black man just don't have a strategy to play the game?
That's what it is. Look at the Indians that's in medicine.
Yeah.
And we see that. I know see that all the time. And that was a plan that they put together in their home country, where they train people for doctors, and they send them here to attack those particular fields. Look at your Africans, like your Nigerians and so forth. Nigerians, Africans don't have that. They don't have that. They don't have that.
They're not scared of the white race. They don't have the same history, or what I like to call.
They don't have that intimidation. You don't have that
intimidation comes in through the narrative, because once you believe a certain way and then you pass that on to your child, and then they pass that on, and they don't realize that they're passing on an inferiority complex, they think that's normal. So when another black group come over, they don't get it. They're like, I could just compete. Why won't y'all guys compete? And then what I notice a lot of black people say that are so-called revolutionary minded, they would say, well, that's because the white man's going to take it. Or if we do this, all he's going to do is stop me from doing that. And I'm like, I don't understand that. Why don't you just do it?
All right, let me ask you a question. What is white supremacy?
White supremacy.
And what is racism, too?
Okay, well, white supremacy to me is an ideology of making anything that white people do better than anything that anybody else do. It's a mind frame, like a self-esteem booster. And racism is a system. So it's a system designed by race because of the ism. So racism is no different than classism, sexism. It's the same ism. It just depending on what you want to please.
All right. See, now you've done the same thing that a lot of people do. White supremacy had nothing to do with them thinking that they better. Even if they did, how would you change a person's mind? Right?
Right.
See, the same thing with racism. Racism had nothing to do with somebody not liking you. Even if they did, how would you change their mind? Plus, it's not against the law. It's not against the law for somebody to think that they don't want to be around you, don't like you.
But I never said racism was about life. I said that's a system. It's no different than racism than classism or sexism. It's just whatever game you want to play.
Classism is not against the law neither, right?
No, it's not against the law, but I'm saying it's still a system. It's all a system. So racism is a system, is designed by the race. So if we're going to play a race game, anybody of one race, we would have them with one rule. Anybody of another race will be accepted by another rule.
Yeah, but so that's the case. Then blacks can be accused of being a racism, and there's nothing wrong with being a racist. As long as you don't offend.
There's nothing wrong with that. No, there's nothing wrong with that. No.
All right. Let me explain this. White supremacy is when whites want to control everything, and the way you defeat that is compete against them. Racism was when they denied you the opportunity to advance, achieve wealth, do better yourself. That's all racism was. It never had anything to do with the definition of the. And what I mean is if you went to apply for a job, they would throw your application in the trash can. Well, that was racism, right? If you came over to their house and you wanted to come for a party, they said they didn't want you in there. Well, that ain't racism. They just don't want to be around you. There's nothing wrong with that. But a lot of people would accuse that to be racist. You agree with me?
I agree with you with that.
Well, see, you're a lot further than a whole lot of people.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you with that because I do feel like sometimes racism gets thrown around and mixed up with a somebody don't like me game, and it's like there's nothing wrong if somebody don't like you, but it is wrong if you intentionally want to keep a race down. So I do believe that's wrong.
If you break the law in doing it, yes, it's something wrong. See, right and wrong is subjective.
I want to ask the caller a question real quick. What do you think, like, as like a black man, like, because I feel like sometimes we uphold white supremacy, like we continue the negative ideas and stereotypes. Like, what do you think we could do to kind of like combat white supremacy, so to speak?
Start talking like you're supposed to talk. Start talking like you're supposed to talk. You know what? I tell you another example of blacks being scared of white folks. Is when you let your police force be all white, your fire department be all white, and don't say shit about that in that fashion. When you got an 80% black community, you ain't supposed to say that we need to hire more minorities. You're supposed to say that this department is supposed to reflect the black community that it serves.
Yeah, that's right.
You understand? But you got somebody jump up there and say, well, we got to hire more minorities, which means, guess what? It can mean Russian. You can have all Russians on there, and you have hired minorities.
Right.
You follow me? So if you ain't got enough, if you can't form your mouth to say what you are supposed to say, the reason you don't do that is because you're scared.
Yeah. But see, a lot of that is because it's a training that's going on in the black community, because the same thing you saying is there's a lot of black people that's saying that, but it's not connecting because nobody believes it, because they have this inferiority thing where it's like I'm being held down because of my skin color, when all you have to do is just work together and build your own economy where you can sustain yourself, take care of yourself, hire your own people. That will lower the unemployment because now you can hire your own people to work, build the economy up. You can compete with these other economies out here in America, and then you don't have to worry about depending on nobody else. But we
know how blacks
complain?
You know how blacks complain about, well, I got a mechanical engineering degree, but I can't get hired. Well, whites are not going to hire you no more than the numbers that they have to. And the numbers are always set by these crazy damn percentages. The only way that you're going to hire all your people, you're going to have to start your own damn businesses and compete against them.
Yeah.
You're going to have to tell, when you see, these other immigrants would not be in your community controlling things. We talk about we don't come together, but we are together. I mean, Southside Chicago and Atlanta, that's the damn majority black community. How much more together than you want than that?
Yeah.
But see, what we get in problems, I'm not saying, and I'm using the word we, in general, is that we use this old stuff about right and wrong rather than lawful and illegal and illegal.
Right.
See, when you say, man, look, we can't be shopping, spending our money with these Arabs. Well, somebody say, well, that's wrong. But it's not illegal.
Right.
Right and wrong ain't got shit to do. When your children is getting on the bus and getting in their ghetto cruisers to drive past police stations, to drive past firehouses where whites are the majority in an all-black community, and they are earning middle income with pensions and benefit jobs, and your children got to drive out in the county and work for minimum wage. Right out in the county and working for minimum wage. And then when you say, well, why come you don't control these jobs? You got to put a plan in place to hire local. You got to put a plan in place. Say, look, we got to train blacks for these jobs, and we got to take the hiring away from these white chiefs because they're gonna hire their cousins and uncles and all that stuff. You follow me? Well, blacks will say that's wrong. Well, it ain't got shit to do with wrong. It's legal.
Right.
And let me give you an example. If me and you, the two of you, was in a room, and each of us had $1, and we brought 3 more people, and they had $1, and we all walked around in a circle, and as we passed three of us go, half of us go in one direction, the other half go in the other direction, and we pass each other, and we hand the other person $1 with our right and took $1 with our left. Well, what happens when you open a window and 2 of the people throw their dollars out the window and shut the window and continue to walk? Well, somebody eventually is going to end up with no money, right? Well, that's the same thing with people who don't live in your community, that's working in your community, taking the dollars out. Somebody eventually don't have jack. You follow me?
No, I totally understand. Yeah, and that's one plague that sucks out the money out of our community. It keeps the unemployment high because they're not hiring us in our community. So it's like, with all the money that we do get from the so-called government, it end up going to the Arabs and the East Indians and stuff to supply.
Right. Now, if some of us ain't got no money, what they gonna do? What are they gonna do? They're gonna resort to crime. There you go. Because they're not gonna go out there in the county where the whites that's taking the money and going and spending it. They're taking the money and retiring on pensions. They ain't going out there because they'd be too easily identified, for one thing. And they're not going to be working them jobs out there at the percentage that the whites are working in your community. So, I mean, it's very simple what the problem is. Except you don't have people with enough backbone to say what they need to say. And you know who do say it, though? Black women say it before black male does.
Nah, you're right. The black woman is God. You're right about that. She has been the backbone, and she's standing up, and she rising up. So that's a good thing. Maybe she could breed some more strong black people.
These black males are nothing. These black males are sorry. Not all of them, because I told you before. I said we were talking in general. They are sorry.
Yeah, generally.
And is it their fault? Well, coming up, no, it's not. Because there's something going on there too. But damn, once you get old enough to realize what the hell something's up, then you need to try to make some kind of changes, some kind of adjustments.
Yeah, you gotta become a man. You can't stay a boy your whole life.
Yeah. But anyway, I just want to run that by y'all.
That appreciate you calling. That's a good addition. Yeah, definitely appreciate your call.
Just make sure if you can't do anything, at least you can open your mouth and say what you're supposed to be saying.
Yeah, you're right about that. And I hope everybody hear this so it can register, because everything you say is the same thing that I say.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of times it's narratives that keeps black people back, because we get into the thing like you said about right and wrong. Black people will say that. Oh, that's not right. Why are y'all doing? But is it illegal? No. So what are you stopping me for? Because right and wrong, we're trying to clean up. We're trying to do something in our community. But we will turn on each other over right and wrong instead of dealing with is it legal or illegal. And I hope that registers.
There you go. Right. All right, man. I'll talk to y'all later.
All right. Thanks a lot, man.
Thanks for calling.
Yeah, that was definitely a great call.
Yeah,
that was definitely a great.
Yeah, call the number again, man. 646-716-4654. Keep them coming, man. Keep them coming.
Yeah, because that was a great call, because that's the whole. You know what? You build, Smoke. You build.
Well, I mean, he pretty much said a good point with open your mouth. And we not opening our mouth because we scared. We ain't standing up. And one of the ways to really make things easier for us is to spend within our community, build our economy. I mean, he that statement of open your mouth, and the way he broke that down is pretty much a big thing, because we will stand by and let things happen to us. Even when you look at all of the police shootings, you look at Michael Brown situation, Tamir Rice. I mean, all of them there. We're either not saying anything, or when we do say something, there's no plan of action behind the talk. It's just posturing. It's just a bunch of nothing. So I mean, the caller right there, man, he was pretty much on point with the open your mouth. You got to stand up, man, and fight. Can't just have women out there, because you see women speaking, in position. They speak. We all got to get out there and do what we got to do.
Now I'm gonna tell you what I like. Compete. Stand your black ass up and compete. What the hell is you saying down to play? See, that's the same thing we talked about in the last show, right? Black man to sit over here. All right, I'm on the block. Police on the corner. Police don't stop nothing over here. I'm still selling my crack. My enemy across the street with his mother and children playing and jump roping. I got my AK. These kids ain't stopping nothing. I'm gunning for him. But then when you say, yo, let's start a business so we can build our own stuff up, get money or whatever. Yo, I ain't trying to do that, yo. Or the white man gonna come and take all our shit. What? Yeah. I seen you gun down kids. I seen you selling crack in front of police. But now you can't compete with the white man? Now you scared? Like, come on, man. That's what I like. Compete, and I like the whole no right and wrong and all that stuff like that. Is it legal or illegal? Stop hitting me with that. You know what I'm saying? Stop hitting me with that. What you think is right and what you think is wrong. Am I breaking the law or am I not? Because if I'm not, leave me alone. You see what I'm saying? So, yo, black man got to stand up.
Stand up. We about at the midway point. Did you want to take a break, or do you want to just keep it rolling?
Yeah. We'll take a break. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll come back in Black America. Peace.
Yeah, I kind of want to get into something.
I'm Mr. Black Talent 357. Present the ultimate Caesar Kalonji mixtape. From then till now, bust it, make them hear. Black Talent Sound 357, you don't know.
Rise to the occasion, look at yourself and say you're strong. No one can stop you, oh yeah. Rise to the occasion, go ahead, you know you're strong. No one can stop you. It's for you to make the best in the life. Now that you've got the chance, get up and step towards your goal, it's alright. Fulfill your needs and the world.
Black Talent, what was that?
Got the chance, get up and step towards your goal, it's alright. Yeah.
Black Talent Sound.
Some people read and meditate, others move scanty, yo. Some people are conscious about life, others are still panting, yo. Some people like strong drink, cognac, champagne and brandy, yo. Babies love ice cream and cake and candy, yo. I love herbs and girls, words, roots, I'm a shanty, yo. Girls of clothes and shoes, girls of food, brand new and a mean spanking, yo. Yes, we all need education because that's the damn thing, yo. All things fade, living in standing. Now that you got the chance, get up and step towards your goal, it's alright. Fulfill your needs and the one you to make the best in the life. Now that you got the chance, get up and step towards your goal.
Hi, mama. Love you, mama.
Yeah. I hate when this happens. Smokey, you back? Great. It was dead in like that. All right, so we back in Black America. It's your man Rasta B.
Yeah, I'm back.
Number. Right back. 646-716-4654. So I wanted to read some things.
Yeah, I got a little something too. Kind of plays into a lot of things that we said today in the caller. I've been looking through Powernomics by Claude Anderson. Claude Anderson, he touched on a lot of this stuff. Well, I mean, we touched on a lot of stuff that he had his book Powernomics. And so, just to kind of like tie everything together, like speaking about, he speaks in the book about 3 major impediments to Black competitiveness. So it's kind of like why we aren't able to compete in this world. You know what I mean? And so he speaks on the maldistribution of wealth and resource power. So, we always touch on that, like, white man has this, they have the businesses, they have the economy, they have Wall Street, whatever, and we don't have anything. And then another thing that he speaks on, that was kind of important, was inappropriate behavior patterns. So when he touches into that portion of it, the inappropriate behavior patterns, he says the conditions of Black Americans cannot be totally blamed on white society's structural monopoly. The second impediment to empowerment of Black America is inappropriate behavior among members of his group. He's pretty much saying like we're acting out of order. It's like we need to correct some things within our own behavior. And so he goes on to say that inappropriate behavior pattern stems from distorted vision. They are conditioned to be colorblind. They neither see nor want to be Black. They are conditioned to be colorblind. They neither see nor want to be Black.
And if I don't want to be Black, how can I try to work together with my people to build something? If I'm walking around saying I don't see color, I don't see nothing to align with, so I can compete because I want to be with everybody. I just want to be a consumer.
Right. And more importantly, when you're not thinking Black, not only are you not going to be able to work with your own kind, but you're going to work to build the other people that you want to be like. So whoever it is that's influenced you that's non-Black, you're going to work to build up their society, build up their economy. You could care less about Black. But he goes on to say Blackness is not just skin color. It's more so an appropriate behavior pattern based upon a rational perspective. A perspective born out of a group's experiences and continuing dilemma. You mentioned, and we spoke on it earlier about being Black versus grabbing all these nationalities and so forth. It's a group experience. Black people across the world are dealing with same issues. And these let's see. An erroneous perspective causes inappropriate behavior patterns. These behavior patterns de-empower rather than empower Black people. In a society based on white superiority, inappropriate behavior when Black people participate in their own subordination and exploitation. In a society based on white superiority, it is inappropriate behavior when black people participate in their own subordination and exploitation.
And that's all we do.
Examples of that. We can name a million examples of that.
That's all we do. And then we get happy.
So now,
paper.
so he kind of gives a overview there of inappropriate behavior. Then he breaks down the categories of inappropriate behavior. He goes into it by saying, well, I'll just get into the actual points. His first one is collusion with the competition. He states this by, this type of behavior is visible in coalition building. It is without a doubt the most troubling for a race because it is a strategy used by so many members of Black America's leadership class. When we're saying Black Americans, our leadership, we want to always work with the competition.
Yeah.
So, just like the gentleman calling was saying that, we ain't got to like them. If it's not illegal, we can't get into right and what people think is right and wrong. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it goes into...
No, I was just saying, because before you even go into that, that's why I keep laughing when black people say, racism is over. I think it's time for us to get rid of affirmative action. I'm like, damn, white people don't convince you to get rid of affirmative action, and your ass don't got the economy yet. So once that's off the books, it's no longer against the law because you already heard it's not about right and wrong. It's about, is it legal or is it illegal?
All right.
So if it's legal for me to discriminate against you, I will discriminate.
Yeah.
But I'm not only because it's illegal, not because it's right or it's wrong. You have to understand that. So we walking around, oh, that's not right. You shouldn't talk like that. That's not right. You shouldn't do that. That's not right. You thinking wrong. You're not thinking right. That's your problem. You just got a sneak peek into the world. Take heed. Word up. I'm trying to find where in one of my books where they talk about how black people how they spend their money.
All right, well, just look for that because he got a couple more points in it.
Oh yeah, so do your thing.
So he goes his next point. So the first one was collusion with the competition. Next one is social etiquette. So we just read off of that a little bit. Behavior patterns in this category appear to stem directly from the old social or Southern racial etiquette. But one of the major accomplishments of the Black Civil Rights Movement in the 1960s was to modify some of the social etiquette that traditionally existed between blacks and whites. Many blacks across America, especially in the South and Midwest, continue to honor old social customs. They avoid situations that make them appear free, independent, and active in shaping their own lives. They are perfectly happy to go to work or to church, look at television, and then go to bed. Open your mouth. They still know their place and know how to go and know how to play get low. To them, what happens to black people locally or anywhere else is of little concern. They want to appear as good Negroes, content, happy, compromising, and non-competitive. These are the words of Claude Anderson, y'all. Come on, man. It was written, man. It was written. His next point is avoiding blackness. Oh, Lord. So we just read off of that. Blacks who exhibit this behavior avoid association with any form of black. They want to be the first or only black person in an integrated company, school, or neighborhood, organization, or political party. Like white, Many blacks gauge the amount of black presence as anything that is not integrated or is all black or is too black and politically incorrect. This phenomenon is peculiar to blacks. There is no similar expression that someone or something is too Jewish, too Indian, too white, too Asian. Avoiding blackness allows many to live in a state of denial until the reality boosters come on. Like I asked the caller earlier, like, what can we do to fight white supremacy? Because we uphold white supremacy, and that's pretty much what he's saying here. It's like, we wanna put some creamer in our coffee every time. We don't want to just have it black, man. It's like, come on, man. Come on, chill out, man. And so the next point that he goes into, white ice is colder. Another category of inappropriate behavior is the persistent belief that white ice is colder. Black America is conditioned by family, school, and all the social institutions to believe that whites are inherently superior. Although there's always been blacks who tried to disabuse other blacks of this belief, their efforts had limited effect. The superior quality of the white man's ice remains a commonly accepted belief and expression in black America. And he goes on to say
that's why he want to go to the schools, and he want to go to the neighborhoods, and he want to go to the restaurants. And I got to shop over here, and it's like, yo, what happened to bringing that money back into your community? But you don't understand that concept because it's like you're brainwashed to believe that you're on the bottom. So you can't imagine connecting with the bottom because you want to be on top. So because you want to be on top and you look at top as white people, Asian people, East Indians, and things of this nature, Arab money, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, then you don't want to click up with your people. You want to leave and click up with the other groups so you can exploit with them your people. Russell Simmons with his rush card.
Because they all are under the idea that it's an easier world over there. Once I get accepted over there, I'm good money. I'm good money in white society. They running with that mind frame. White ice is better, man. That are coming in and upholding your community, your people that's all going through the struggle. It's like you get just a little taste of the whiteness. It's like, I'm gone. I'm out of here. So the third impediment, the last one he was talking about, was no plan for empowerment. And I mean, we pretty much understand that to be true. I mean, none of us can sit here and say that or quote any type of plan that we're going to follow to get our people out of this situation. I mean, there's ideas out there, but there's nothing there. And so we have to be serious about putting plans in action to solve the issue that we face in America. Tariq
a lot of times.
Hey, but they're banning us on social media. We're going to make our own social media. It's like that's the type of mind frame that we got to have. Identify the problem, create the solution.
Create the solution. Now that's right there, definitely. That's definitely what it was. Identify the damn problem, create the solution. Stop thinking inferior. That's what a lot of y'all black revolutionary-minded brothers is doing. They're running around here complaining about what the white man doing. Oh, and he doing this, but y'all don't even realize y'all make him out to be the big bad boogeyman. He's like your crutch to not do shit. You see what I'm saying? So it's like you'll sit there and you'll say things like you start to lay out all of your gripes about what's going on why you're not doing it. Well, if you do this, the white man's just going to come and just drop a whole nuclear bomb on your neighborhood anyway, so you might as well just keep selling crack. What? Nah, man. Y'all got to get that fear about you. You see what I'm saying? And I don't know who doing the fear, but hopefully listening to tonight's show, I hope that opens your mind and opens your eyes so you can understand what it is and what's really going on out here, because it ain't what you think. Y'all sitting over here inside of a room with a door, and everybody's scared to open up the door because historically you was told that door was locked. So because historically you was told that that door was locked, nobody even bothered to turn the damn knob. And I drop a bomb on them. So stop being scared, black people. Stand up. And black women, I'm glad y'all standing up. I'm glad y'all standing up, and I hope y'all also pump that same energy into your sons and your daughters. Do not fall for the narrative that you cannot raise a black boy because you don't know what it is to be a man. Here's the secret. The boy is going to grow up to be a man. It's like a caterpillar is going to be a butterfly. You understand what I'm saying? Your whole purpose is just to raise him up correctly. How about this? How about all the women who the man done left? Okay, bump him. Forget about him. You say, instead of you telling your son that your daddy ain't shit, or you just like your daddy and all that other stuff, how about you raise your son up to love and appreciate women? That way, once his daddy die off, at least the son will be a better man for another girl. And that would improve the next generation. Just a thought. Just a suggestion. You know, you could try it. See what happens. You know. Come on. But we got to stop. Black man, it's your time to stand up, man, and build, yo. It's not your time for you to complain. If you out here complaining and bitching and moaning about jobs and working for somebody, that's not what it's about. You got to create. You got to innovate. You have to figure it out. Use your brain, use your mind, use your hand. You're a black man, original man. Stand up and display that. Don't be scared. Black woman, mother of the earth, birthed all of these people. Stop being scared. Stop being afraid. Stop turning your hate and your stress onto your children and onto your man. Black man, stop putting that hate and stress onto your woman and to your children. Y'all have to learn how to work together. Before you plan on building a nation, build your family within. Black man, stand up and be a leader in your house. Black woman, stand up and be a leader in your house. Together, y'all work together. What he's not doing, you do, sister. What she not doing, you do, brother. Because y'all working as a team. The children are going to see that. They're going to appreciate that stability. And they're going to grow with that nice energy. So then you're raising up another generation. Because when you raise that next generation up, your children, your first followers, which should be your children, if you're a leader, them children will grow up, and what they become, something great, they're going to pull you back up. Your children are investments. You see? They're investments. Black man, stand up, yo, rise up. Stop getting caught up into the matrix of looking at these slave movies and feeling like your existence started with slavery and your black skin is a hindrance, or your location is a hindrance, or your zip code is a hindrance, or anything is a hindrance. You was taught incorrectly. And just like one of our previous callers said, you was taught wrong by your mom. You was taught wrong. You need you know what, let me see, can I find the brother's quote. Yeah. Your mama taught you wrong. You have to be calculated, and you do have to be calculated when you're out there in them streets. You have to be calculated in your decision-making also. All you guys that talk that street stuff and can maneuver, you gotta also take some actions and put it into your brain. And then use that into your mind so you can calculate and manipulate how you're going to get to where you're trying to go. What I like to do is set my goal out with what I want to do, and then go in reverse of how I want to get it. And if I can't go all the way reverse back to where I'm at, then I try to do it another way. And if I still can't get it, then I just trash it and try to figure out another goal, another thing of what to do. Work your way up. Don't be afraid to climb. Work your way up. You see what I'm saying? The brother, next part 3, he says, have a vision. Like I said, a goal, I said, but it's a vision. You have your vision of what you want to do. You achieve that. You fight for that. You push for that. You figure out how to get there. But if how to get there is going to get you caught up where you're going to do life and job, nah, man, that's not the right vision. You need to figure something else out. You know what I'm saying? But use your mind, man. This is a capitalistic society, meaning everything is for sale. Meaning you can sit there now in your old clothes, you can sell them joints online and make money. You see what I'm saying? Number 4 is get used to being let down. Don't get all heartbroken because you heard no. Don't throw away your whole plans because something didn't work. Huh? Oh, to get used to being let down part?
Yeah, that's real, man, because, I mean, it's like a lot of times you'll build your confidence up, and I mean, I'm pretty sure we all have done it. You know, you build your confidence up to do something, you know, no matter what it is. And at the first roadblock, it's like, you just totally defeated, and you just give up, you know what I mean? So it's like, that's real, man. It's like you have to be conscious of the fact that things are not going to be easy to achieve or attain, and it's going to be roadblocks. You just got to keep striving, because in the end, the only thing it's going to make you do is, the only thing it's going to do is build your character and make you stronger. It's also going to make you wiser, because once you have dealt with certain roadblocks, you know what to do the next time.
Now you know what to do.
That was a good statement, man.
Yeah. So it's like we gotta deal with that, man, and we gotta do that, and we gotta stop. That's the whole thing I don't like. Yo, look at Black Wall Street. We can't have no economy. Look at Black Wall Street. The white man dropped bombs on Black Wall Street. So you stop. So you stop building the economy because in 1921. Tulsa, Oklahoma got burned down, so you stop? You stop because other black towns got burnt down in the United States, so you stop building the economy? Then you say, I want to integrate into the white economy? So then you integrate into the white economy, so now you're beggars in white America. Because you abandoned black America and don't even realize it. So now instead of you passing the business on to your child, you want to pass on degrees and think a paper degree going to do something for you. And it's not. Y'all got to figure that out, man. Open your eyes, black people. Open your eyes.
Yeah. I mean, you know, you be eloquent with it. You know, man. At the end of the day, man, if we don't stand up, we're going to die. It's like ride or die right now. You know what I mean? So all of those points in there that my brother just gave you, definitely take heed to them. But understand, it's either ride or die. In the state of Black America, you know, we at the bottom right now. If we don't stand up.
Soon our children are going to be screaming, oh, the white man got his foot on our neck. It's going to be, oh, the Arab man, Dad, he ain't doing. Oh, Dad, that Latino boy, he got me out here picking all these oranges.
Yeah, they're going to have, everybody going to have their hand at it, man. They're going to have their time. And we're going to be the ones who we the energizers for everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for everybody else.
Our people, we come up, you know, we have no energy. We on zero. We have 1% less in the battery. Every time we charge up, you know, we charge it up, and somebody else come take the energy, man. It's like we give it away. You know what I mean? So it's like we got to stop building up other people's economies and start focusing on our own. We got to stop worrying about taking care of somebody else's kids and take care of our own damn kids. We gotta really take a look in the mirror, man, because a lot of the things that's stopping us is just based behind, you know, false fear. It's like stand up. We can talk all we want to. You know what I mean? We can spew cracker all we want, but what does that mean? Yeah, at some point we got to start putting things in motion and stop being physical.
Hey, wait. Hold on. You said if you say cracker, what do that mean? That means you're in a hate group now. Now you're in a hate group. When you scream cracker and blue-eyed devil, now you're in a hate group.
Another roadblock for you. That's crazy. That's funny.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, man, yo, we got to open our eyes, man. We sitting over here playing the 1960s game. Just like I always tell people, y'all keep playing race, yo. Y'all keep playing race. They got encyclopedias about race. As soon as you scream race, the first thing they do is say, oh, you know what, hold on. I have that volume right here. Let me go pull this off the shelf so I know how to counter it. I know how to counter them. Get out of here, man. And it do irk me when people think racism is, racism, that's white people don't like black people. What? That's not racism. That's, a white man and a white woman have a white son and a white daughter, and then the white daughter and the white son grow up, and they say, I hope my children date within their race so I can have white grandchildren. That's a racist comment. How the hell is that racist? This is my family. I want my family to be white. Now, racism would be now if the daughter come home with a black man or the son come home with a black woman, and then they open up the door and the son walks in and they close the door. They push her down and close the door and lock the door and say, you know what I'm saying? That's just like, come on, what the hell is all of this? You know, that's just assault. You know what I'm saying? Now you're attacking me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's different, you know? So it's like, you know, that's how that shit is. It's like, nah, that's not what it is. And you know my situation, you know what I'm saying? My sister, she's married to a white dude, you know what I'm saying? Me, I'm with a black woman. Hey, I like my people, you know what I'm saying? Not to say that my sister don't like her people, but she fell in love with a white dude, you know what I'm saying? So this is what it is. I'm not going to sit over here now and be like, when I see him, get out of here, you white devil, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I mean, it's like, hey, what's up? You know, as long as you treating my sister correctly, what am I supposed to, I'm not sleeping with you, you know what I'm saying? That's you and my sister. As long as y'all cool, y'all happy, y'all elevated in life, hey, more power to you, you know what I'm saying? What else am I supposed to say? But it's like, I'm not, it's like, come on, we gotta move on. We gotta get to that point where we gotta say, let's do what we gotta do. We have a lot of talent. We have a lot of roles. It's like we have.
Yeah, I mean that I can understand like a person maybe having an issue with like interracial marriages and having white women and that whole narrative or whatever. But to me, I think like we gotta like grow up in a sense, man. It's like we like to like worry about issues that's small. Like, okay, all right, we don't like no more interracial marriages. Then police brutality is gonna go down. Is that what you said? We're gonna stop getting messed up loans at the bank. We're gonna stop encountering that. We're gonna stop having issues in school with teachers and young children.
Wait, stick a pin right there. Shout out to Muda Baruka. Let me address that unfair loans at the bank. Do black people get unfair loans at the bank? Absolutely, they do. And it's wrong. However, are black people not fighting, but working the avenues to correct their loan? No, they're not. You see what I'm saying? A lot of black people get their home, and the percentage be going up and down and stuff. And when the percentage is down, they looking at the news and they're like, "Oh my God, the housing market is dropping" or whatever. These people got 7%, 14% interest rate. The percentage of the housing market now is like 2%, and never refinance. Never refinance to the cheaper percentage. You see what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you just paying? Oh, I just paid my mortgage and that's it. I just pay what I got to pay. So it's like we are clueless about what's going on in America. That's why I appreciated the caller comment when he said, what is the definition of white supremacy? What is the definition of racism? It's about that. What Bazzello, yo, I listened to this brother named Bazzello, and that should look the brother up. And he said that the two most important books in America is the Bible and the dictionary. So it's like, y'all got to check that out. If y'all don't know the definition of these words, that's for y'all people that want to shoot down being smart and reading books and learning, and y'all want to talk about we don't need all of that education and learning and knowing history and stuff. We need to be getting the guns and taking it to the white man and all kind of stuff like that. Yo, man, y'all just filling up the prison system. Instead of you using all of this knowledge that you could be having and then applying that now to building up your communities, then you can take it to that white man economically. Y'all think a debate is something hot with Polite and Harry and the rabbi? What happened when black people is competing with white people economically instead of selling out and giving away our businesses to the white people when they buy it? No, we keep our stuff and be economically warriors in a capitalistic society. But that's all I have to say. It's a capitalistic society we live in, people. We live in a capitalistic society, so you cannot say I don't want to mess with capital in a capitalistic society. That's like saying I don't want to use a debit card in a world that only use debit cards.
You're gonna be left behind. Gonna be left behind, man. Go write a check, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy, man.
Go write a check, man. But I mean, I throughout the conversation, I mean, with the caller, you know, it's pretty much clear that, you know, we definitely are scared to make that move. So we all got to keep in mind, like, even within itself, it's like what we got to do to motivate ourselves to just take things to the next level. Because a lot of our problems, I mean, just touching back to the economics, man, a lot of our problems are going to be solved by just spending within ourselves, spending within our community. So many things have changed where, you know, the numbers are out there of how quickly the black dollar leaves the community. We could up our own employment. We could begin to open our own businesses. That pride and that black pride and that black power will slowly begin to naturally, you know, infuse itself in the culture again, in the communities again. Even with the people that's not so-called, like saying that so-called conscious, you know what I mean? Somebody who's walking around who's 85 walking around, they may not know anything, but they know that in my community is nothing but black stores. So I'm automatically spending here. So you're automatically participating in black power and black revolution. You got to start moving in that direction, man.
Yeah. You got to be. And you're right. Even the 85er will figure that out. Well, he don't even have to know. 85 don't let him know nothing. 85 going to spend. They're going to spend. They're just going to spend. They don't matter. So for you to sit there and talk about what somebody not doing and how they not supporting, man, you don't have no hustle. And just say that. Say, I ain't got no hustle. I want it easy. I don't want to compete. I want somebody to give me something. Come on, man. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Yeah.
You got sisters like Beyonce out here shutting down protesters, got police on more pressure than any of these politicians. You see what I'm saying? Beyonce got the police up in a tizzy, or whatever the word is called. You know what I'm saying? Beyonce doing that. So I'm gonna read something about from Carlos Cook, right? He goes, all right. They say we prefer to be called what we are, black men and black women. We strongly advocate the promotion of a powerful black nation in Africa, Africa for Africans. We believe in the political and physical independence of all men. We advocate complete economic control by the blacks of all African communities in America, creating thereby self-determination and racial pride. We say buy black so that your children will revere your memory. Patronize your own people's business empires. Build a solvent economic future. We know that we are not obligated to or bound by the opinions of others. Therefore, we are entitled to our own opinions and to the right to guide our own destiny. That's not being afraid of white people. That's not being afraid of what somebody will and won't do to you. Guest calling number 646-716-4654. This is In Black America Radio. 646-716-4654. So that is not being scared of white people. That is not talking about Arabs and East Indians in your neighborhood. That's not telling you when you ask, well, what's the plan that we should do? That's not me now telling you, oh, basically there's nothing to do. I'm just telling you how bad it is out here. No. If you're out here talking and you're talking all that black, pro-black revolutionary and you're not talking about solutions, then you're not talking about nothing. Somebody should be able to call up and say, yo, give me some tips, my man, to help me improve my life. And you should be able to bust down some tips. And that caller should be able to go home, apply these tips, and if they're honest and apply it correctly, and call back and say, you know what, those tips did make an impact in my life, and I'm implementing it into my life so I can rise up as a black man, as a black woman, as a black child, as a black family and community. Straight up.
Word.
You know what I'm saying?
It's that fire.
You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to find the joint, though, man. I can't find it nowhere. I'm mad I ain't really, cause I did it like 12 o'clock at night. And I want to try to get to this point, but I can't remember which book it's in, where they talk about how all the races was getting paid, the blacks, the Jews, the Italians and stuff, and their communities taught them, how did the Booker T. Washington from slavery? And their communities taught them to store their stuff, and how as soon as we got the money,
was it David Walker? Was it David Walker?
I can't remember if it's David Walker or if it's Booker T. Washington, and that's my issue right now. I just can't remember. I should have went ahead and just highlighted it like I normally do, but I didn't have a pen next to me, so I started cutting up these stupid papers and putting it between the pages, and then the damn shit fell out the book, and I don't know where it's at. So, you know, when I find it, I'll be more distinctive about it. But yeah, maybe it's going. Yeah, I'm gonna keep scrolling through it while we go back and forth. But I definitely want to read that because I just want to note how much stuff was going on during these times of slavery and black oppression, and how much of this is still going on today, how much of this we still believe in today, and carry on. And I just feel like we just have to get that awakening, that wake the hell up. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing these games, yo. Enough is enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, man, stop it. Let's go. Stop playing this, you know what I'm saying? Stop with the victim shit. Stop with the white man. Yo, I'm not never going to forget what happened to my people. I'm not never going to sit there and act like, oh, things is cool because of that. But at the same time, that white man is not my master. So that means he do not control my actions. And I'm going to say one story, right? And I'm going to pass it to you, Smoke. I remember when I was young, I told you, I had my eyes open with this black consciousness since I was a kid. So I remember when I was young, I used to hear Jesse them talk, and they'd be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? This is what, you know, white people, when you walk past, they probably want to lock the doors. And, you know, if they're in the elevator, if they by the elevator by themselves and two black guys come in, you know, the white people want to run off. And, you know, that's not right, and you shouldn't do that, and all kind of, and it's funny, right? That's not right. That's that same shit again, right? That's not right, and all kind of shit like that. So when I was a kid, I used to be like, yeah, man, oh, that's messed up. Look at the white people locking the doors, man. Yo, what you think we're going to do, rob you? You know, all of that stuff, right? But as I got older, and one day I was inside one of them truck stops going to South Carolina, so I'm tired, so I pull over to go to sleep, right? So as I'm sleeping, guess what I did? I locked my doors. Why did I lock my doors? Because I didn't want nobody to open my doors, right? When I'm sleeping, I keep waking up looking around. Why? Because I'm scared and I'm nervous. You see what I'm saying? So then I said to myself, wait a minute. Why, if a white person is scared or nervous to be around me, I should feel away. Because that's that master, we sick mentality. Master, we hungry. So if master feels scared and intimidated around me, I feel away about that. Because you should feel, nah, what are you talking about? Why are you not living your life? Yo? Why are you worrying about somebody else? If I go inside the elevator and all the white people run out and leave me, unless this elevator about to fall, or somebody laid a funky-ass fart and I got trapped in there, I'm cool with riding in the elevator by myself. Shit. I'm cool. Why are you allowing somebody to dictate your emotions, dictate how you feel, dictate your day? You could walk around all day feeling like, yo, this white man got his foot on my neck. Or you could walk around and say, you know what, this white man got his foot on my neck, but you know what? I'm going to work every day to get it off. How about that? You know what I mean?
We feel that that foot is on our neck because we don't have a plan of action. I mean, that was one of the points that we talking about Claude Anderson. We don't have any plan. So it's like we sit there and we feel a certain way, but we only really feel that way because we don't know what to do next, or we just not doing it. I mean, just to quote one more thing.
No, I agree with what you said. I don't think we know what to do next. I say, generally speaking, in the whole. I'm not talking about the individual, but I believe in the whole because even in the right, our people, because even as a minority group, you still hear people say, well, what are we supposed to do with that? Well, how is that supposed to help us? Because we have no idea what the hell is going on. What the hell is y'all doing? How do you sit in a capitalistic world, don't know what the hell is going on, but screaming that we spend $1 trillion? Spend 10 more minutes. Guest calling number 646-716-4654. In 10 more minutes, the show will be over, and you will have to call in to listen. In Black America, are you black and revolutionary minded, but scared of the white race? Question mark. Smoke, take it with it. Take it there, Smoke.
Just to quote Claude Anderson one more time: Black America needs a national plan and knowledgeable, committed leadership to guide it toward group empowerment and economic justice. Group empowerment and economic justice. And this all starts within ourselves, man. I mean, that statement applies to us. It's all within our people. We have the knowledge base. We have the people. You just gotta change the manhood from a victimhood state. We're on the ground. White man got his foot on his neck. Whatever image you have in your mind of just oppression, just being all over you, we got to switch it from that to black pride, to black power, to standing up, to spending with our own people. We got to stop upholding white supremacy by reinforcing the stereotypes that's thrown at us every day.
Reinforcing stereotypes.
Black people don't spend with black people. Black woman is a sexual beast and all she wants is child support. Black man ain't shit. Black child is dumb. We got to stop upholding these stereotypes and understand who the hell we are as a people and put a plan in order for us to succeed individually within the black family, like you touched on before, the points you were giving. And once we all are moving with solid family, creating that solid foundation for the people, we can act on what we need to do to create the solution to the problems that we already know exist. Stand up, black people.
Stand up. Yo, you got to. You got to, because this is clearly, not only is this a game, but there's rules to this. And clearly, you don't have the manual that's teaching you what to do. So you're playing the game, not understanding the game, but don't understand why you're getting your ass kicked. And that's the whole shit. You're trying to figure out why am I getting my ass kicked in this game? It's because you don't even know that you're playing a game. So you walking around thinking racism is whether somebody like you or not. Oh, this white guy can't be
Buffing out.
Oh, all right. You hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, this white guy, he can't be racist because he have a black girlfriend. What? This, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the hell does that mean? Because he screw a black woman? That makes him not racist? He could still practice racism and still be with a black woman. Stop being suckers, yo. The same aggression you put against your brother, put that same aggression when you compete against the other races. There was a time we used to compete against other races, yo. There was a time. But then we got caught up into this education game, and we start thinking, oh, these degrees, that's how I'm going to compete against this white man. With degrees. No. They hook each other up in that workplace. While you filling out applications, they going straight to the guy. Yeah, I want a job. Just to show you how true that is, remember Rachel Doziak, the white girl that went in the front like she was black and all that? Remember, she started racist. Right, that chick. Remember when she filed that lawsuit against Howard or some shit like that for discrimination?
Right, okay.
Because she was trying to get the job and she just put her resume on the table and said, I want the job.
Right, yeah, as a white lady.
Yeah, the white lady, she did that, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. She did that because that's how they get their jobs. They don't go through the same routes that we get our jobs. I mean, how we do jobs. The whole purpose of all those other methods of getting work is to slow down everybody else that's trying to get work. So it's like, y'all fill out an application and stuff like that. But they know who they're going to hire. They're not going to let their people that they know, oh, yo, I really need this job. All right, come on, you work. Why wouldn't they? You have to look out for your race. We're the only ones that don't understand that part of the game. A lot of that I blame on religion. Because a lot of y'all don't even realize that y'all people was baptized before being sold into slavery. Your people were baptized. They was turned into Christians and things of this nature. They was turned into Muslims and things of this nature.
Baptized into slavery.
Baptized into slavery. So when you run around thinking you baptized, that makes you free? No, that makes you a free slave in slavery. Shit, that makes you a slave, my man. A slave, and it dooms you. We have to get back to who we are. We have to get back to standing up, because if we do not stand up, it's not about us right here. I'm 35. It's not about me. I got me. It's about my two boys. You see what I'm saying? It's about y'all daughters out there, y'all sons, y'all children if they sleeping. It's about the little ones that sleep. Your children if they're awoke, it's about the ones that's awoke, the ones that's grown, the one that's about to be grown. These are the ones that have to live out in this world once you're no longer here. So lead them something. But nah, y'all too scared the white man gonna take it. So you rather take it. I'ma snatch away anything away from the next generation, so they don't have it, and they got to start from the beginning like me. And then they grow up. I'm going to snatch away from the next generation so they grow up with nothing, just like I had to grow up with nothing. And then they grow up, and guess what? We always start from zero, while everybody else pass on and build and pass on and build and pass on and build, and they get higher and higher. We still on the damn bottom level because we don't know that it's not about us, it's about the next generation. Stop being scared of that white man. He ain't going to hurt you. You got 2 more minutes. You guys call in number 646-716-4654. In Black America, are you black and revolutionary minded but scared of the white race? Call in. You're going to have to call in to listen after in 1 more minute. So go ahead and do that now. I see a lot of y'all filling up the line before, so hurry up before you get locked out. Yeah, but yeah, that's how that's. So you wanna? Yeah, so I want to get into some stories and shit like that. Also, I want to get into. There we go. Free scholarship for African American. No. There we go. That's the one I want to. I hope I got it. But it's a free scholarship for African American women. But I wanted to get into the Black business one. I want to get into a grant that black women can get connected into. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times it's the black woman out there. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me go ahead and try to get them hooked up. So we got a Huggies Mom Inspired Grant Program. Huggies Grant Program offers $15,000 in seed money and business resources as of 2011 to help women develop original product ideas and start business that improve the lives of parents. Applicant must be 21 years and live in the U.S. Products should be focused on paternal care through early childhood up to 6 years of age. Yeah. Then you got Business Owners Idea Cafe Small Business Grant. A small business is awarded a grant of $1,000 plus another $1,500 in advertising opportunities with the grant program. It is open to anyone who currently owns a business and existence for at least 6 months. Applications for the grant are received from April 13th through June 12th. Federal grants. To locate federal grants through federal government, a great place to begin with their grant database website at grants.gov.searches. I think it's grants.gov, excuse me. But they say searches are conducted by category. So check these things out. You know what I'm saying? Go to your website at what you know what I'm saying, and check your what am I saying? Check your counties for grants. Check your counties to reduce the insurance you pay on your home. Let's say you pay over $2,000 in insurance on your home. You could go to your county, see do they have homestead. You see what I'm saying? I believe it's called homestead. And if you check to see if the county you have homestead, you can apply for homestead and you can get your insurance reduced from paying $2,000 a year to about $600 maybe. That's how it is out here in Georgia. You know what I'm saying? If it's just a Georgia situation, then maybe it's just Georgia. I'm not sure, but check it out. It might be a whole government thing that you, as a black person, not even privy to. Guess what? Now you're privy to the information. So check it out. That reduce your your insurance, how much you got to pay a year, which might reduce how much you got to pay a month in your mortgage. Save you money.
Saving money is always a good thing, man. That's a good drop right there. Go check that out, people. Check that out.
So let's go. So we're about to go wrap this up now. So let's check out some of the other shows. I know that when the show cuts off, a lot of times you don't get to hear the other parts if it gets longer. So check us out on YouTube in Black America. If you can't, you could just type in the name of the show and that'll pop up. That should pop up to show you where the YouTube video is. Don't forget to subscribe. You can get in contact or interact with us, become friends on Facebook and Twitter in Black America for both. In Black America,
Facebook is /inblack.america, and we got the Twitter is @inblackAmerica, number 7. And if for some reason you want to email us at inblackamerica@yahoo.com. Interact
there you
with
go,
us,
man.
Facebook post, anything. Interact with us. Send us a shout out.
Yeah, so that's how we're going to do it, man. It was a good show, so it's time to go.